we now return to Let's Play Cities Skylines. Okay. So, I lost a little bit of the last episode. My recording software had crashed, and I did not realize it. I was just talking to nobody. Anyway, so as you can see here, I have changed the layout of the city center just a little bit. And I just really didn't like the dome thing. It wasn't turning out how I had envisioned it originally. So I've reconfigured this and turned it into more of a blocky thing, and this is very loosely based now on the San Francisco Civic Center. They did a redo of it recently, I guess, or they're going to, or whatever. Anyway, it's a lot more like this, except that this has a lot more parks in the center of it. City Square is a very green space. And of course, the awkwardness of the buildings just... It's not the same. This courthouse is way too big. It's just big, awkward, it's ugly looking. It's got this bizarre central prison tower thing going on. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Maybe I'll find an asset or something in the workshop and replace that. But I have redone a few things here with the road, mostly so that it doesn't look like they drive over their green spaces. I've moved the library over here. In the San Francisco Civic Center, they've got some commercial space, so it's like theater and a couple other buildings. So I'm going to save some commercial, put it in here, although, my god, we've got so much commercial throughout the city that just doesn't seem like it's getting developed. What else? Oh yeah, so you can see the traffic. Horrible. And then this... I replaced this with an actual street so we could get cars to go through here because they were driving there anyway, and they were not, they weren't walking. And that doesn't seem to do anything because they decided to start going here for some reason rather than drive through this. I do not understand that, but one thing I just did, because I was just now thinking about it, was I went in here and I took off the turn lanes, so they are not allowed to drive on here. And now that I've figured that out, I kind of regret putting a street through here. But anyway, what I can do anyway is come back down here now and maybe take the turn lanes off of here so cars can't drive there. Of course, that would somehow probably screw me over with the inner block buildings here. So we may deal with that, we may not, I don't know. One thing that has become very apparent, however, is that I've got some very, very bad traffic spots. That, for example, and this street in particular. They are continually coming here on this one way, and they are trying to basically go across the bridge. They're all on their way out of town to this, and it's becoming a mess. And so what I did is I fixed some of this. I turned this into a 3-lane so we can have dedicated turn lanes, try and bleed some of that traffic and get them over here. It doesn't work. The game apparently doesn't do well with one-ways. It doesn't seem to understand how to deal with multiple lanes of traffic because everyone's getting in this left lane and then they're trying to get in this middle lane, and it's really, really damned annoying. But yeah, I have no idea how to fix this, honestly, at this point. So I guess I can come in here again. Maybe this one? There we go. And we will dedicate them to that lane. And maybe I can dedicate this to this lane and this to this lane, and that'll work? I don't know. But another thing this is causing is this fiasco right here. And this should not be happening. But if we pay attention to why it's happening, you'll notice that, for whatever reason, they are stopping here. They get to this intersection, and they stop, but it's only when there's another car in the intersection. Or at least for some of them. So yeah, and there's no reason, because I don't have this set to stop. It's all the way go through. These guys don't seem to have the problem. I have no idea what is going on here. But they're becoming a problem. And another problem, for some strange reason, is that they are trying to get in the center lane to go across the bridge, and then they're trying to get back into the left lane. I have no idea what is going on here, why they're doing this, and it's obviously causing traffic jams. I don't know how to fix this other than just redo this intersection. This whole thing here is the problem. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll have to redo it like this, because this doesn't seem to have a problem. But yeah, it's infuriating why this is doing this. And I don't know, like, could I tell these lanes only go straight? You know, once you get in a lane, you're in that lane. I could try, maybe. I feel like this is just working this terribly. And all that's really going to do, I think, is probably push this further down. The problem will be still here, so this doesn't fix it. So it's something stupid with the AI not understanding the concept of multiple lanes. It's really infuriating. And like we're starting to see some take this. I don't know why. This is a problem here, obviously. Maybe I could kill this or something. Let me go ahead and finish this then, so I can at least block that off. Give it just a little bit of road, and then this way, there. Now they won't try and get into this lane. Oh, okay. They're gonna do a loopy-loop for some idiotic reason, but now they're all getting way over. Now they prefer this lane. It still doesn't solve this. So this is going to have to be a redone. I'll do it later. Anyway, so back to the square thing here. I added in, tax office. I moved the library over here just to kind of fill things in. We have now a large amount of people that would like to come in and live somewhere. And I really don't want to deal with that. I was actually going to do the park today. Oh, and we're on fire again. What the hell? Is my fire service really so bad? I guess. I mean, I've literally got one right here. Why weren't they able to deal with this? Only 4 engines of the 25 are being used, and they're not even over here. So I think this means that I am going to have a helicopter. Alright. Where's this? Helicopter depot. This is just going to go here for now. Yeah. Just for now. We'll just put it out here somewhere. It's only got 3 helicopters, but what does this do? Fire watch tower. Spots forest fires before they reach the city. Okay, well that's great. So, God, this has gone all wrong. I really am considering changing this back, though. I wonder if I could. Can I just straight up upgrade this? Turns out, yes, I could. So that would be a way to eliminate traffic going through here at all. But it would end up somewhere else. I mean, they're trying to turn here. They would end up somewhere else. But we can tell that traffic is done terribly. And the only solution for this is, of course, more crossings. So maybe having one down here, just make it more convenient to get over there some other way. A train station, for example. The problem is, of course, if they're going out, they're all just like tourists. Leaving the city, yeah. So tourists aren't going to leave via public transportation, so I don't see how that would help. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating to say the least. Let's do a few things here. Let's continue putting in some stuff. Just kind of fill in as need be. Take care of some of that. And then I'm going to have to start dedicating a whole new area for where I might actually like to have some people to live. I don't know. Screw that. We will take that out, though. The roads are going to cause a lot of problems. Probably not a great idea to be putting that down here, but it's just I've run out of room for residential stuff without having to create a whole new neighborhood, and that is what I'm going to have to do eventually. I just didn't want to have to do it now. Do something like this, maybe. Because the next part of the town would be here, and we'd be utilizing the roads to drag this out here, and then I'd create a whole new town area. Okay, well, since I'm not accomplishing anything this episode, why don't we go ahead and just kind of put in the remainder of what I'd like to do here. I'm going to pull this back a little bit on that. And I don't know that I need something there, but how about we do a park? Park with trees, that's too big. That is a playground. That is a small park. It's not a super small park, but kind of ridiculous actually to put a park like. Let's put this. Or I guess I could have a tropical garden. Ah, God, there are just so many terrible choices. So many lacking choices, really. Okay, I could put a plaza down here. If I'm gonna go after the look of the San Francisco area, the Civic Center, then I need to have more greenery. Okay, so you need to come down. Which apparently you're not going to, because this is not a pathway. That is definitely not what I wanted. What was I thinking? I wanted this thing. Or we can just put in the smaller one that I was going to put in to begin with. That now, for whatever reason, doesn't want to go in. This game really, oh my God, it gets disheartening. It really does. And then I guess I'll just end up having to put trees in or something. I'll put walking paths and whatnot. Let's put in metro station preemptively. In fact, we can just put that right here. And you know what? Why don't we go ahead and just get started on that. I see. This is the underground station, so I could actually put a metro station here. It's the above ground, though. Yeah, okay. So let's do a system here. Can I come to there we go. It's probably gonna look terrible. But let's just start with a ring. Why? Apparently I did a really bad job there. I'm not lining it up. I can't see the damn... I am really... I've had it. I've had it with this game. God damn it. Okay, you know what? Let's finish off one neighborhood, at least. Let's just try and focus on something. Big Dog Park. Let's do a big park like that. It's right next door to that one. Whatever. Oh my god, that's too big. Not even in that, huh? That's not what I want. Put another tropical garden down. I'd like to save this botanical garden for something, so it doesn't really fit here at all. Do a, let's see, where's the last basketball court we did? Okay, so we got some sports courts up there. Maybe I can move that one. Let's get another basketball court down here. Okay. Now we'll come in, come above ground. This city's layout really didn't go the way I had originally thought. Oh, apparently I just started putting stuff down and completely missed. Keeping the pattern. I think my problem was the way that I've laid out the road priorities. I didn't really use them correctly, and specifically what I'm talking about is the gaps. I tried to keep things off the main road because I didn't want the vehicles stopping. Oh my fucking god. I didn't want the vehicles stopping to go to the various... And now I need you. To go to things like, you know, having commercial right off of a major way or something. I tried to get traffic to flow, but clearly I've ultimately failed at that. Like this probably just needs to be a roundabout at this point, which is horrible, given that it's a 6-lane junction. That's going to be very difficult for me to get to work together. For all the things this game can do, the things you can customize it to do, it's very actually limiting in, you know, what it's built for. The whole can't get them to use a one-way correctly, for example. The too many goddamn guidelines is another perfect example. You want it to snap to something, but then it tries to snap to a million things, and if you turn that off, then it doesn't snap to anything. I guess, you know, in that regard, then, maybe this kind of game is just better to do a bunch of organic spaghetti mess. Just do very European-style you know, curved roads everywhere and not attempt to, which it doesn't make sense because it's clearly meant to be grid-based. I mean, you've got the lines and everything, but I feel like, you know, in hindsight, I feel like that's something they just took from SimCity, which this whole game was just a response to, let's be honest. They took that grid idea from SimCity, but then tried to incorporate something that deals with spaghetti roads better. Because this game just does not appreciate laid out road systems. It makes it so difficult to connect things up. I have to use a mod just to get some of these junctions to work because unmodded, you cannot make tight junctions. Like this stuff down here would not be possible. Well, I fixed it, but the way it was, you know, where I had that very tight loop, like I couldn't do that without mods, including the Move It mod. You know, that's an essential part. So I don't, oh God, I don't know. Hey, you know, with that in mind, so now I can actually make them, I can prevent them from driving this way. Perfect. Because I can just come in here, say, grab you, say, sorry, no straight, only sideways, and then you can't go right. So now they'll never be able to drive here, even though this guy got through. But I should be able to prevent them now from doing that. Which means I can get rid of these under street things here, just turn paths so they can be walking paths. Excellent, okay. See, it's little workarounds like that to make the game function that I have an issue with. It's just stupid. Let's just fill this in, I don't care anymore. I think the district ends up there anyhow. Yeah, so this block is the only one that's tourist industry stuff. So we may as well just go ahead and finish this off. Alright. So yeah, not quite. I still want to put some pathways in here, some walking paths. How the fuck are they still going here? They should not be able to drive anywhere on these roads. It's because they're spawning. Because the walkers are like, hey, I want my car right now. They spawn on the sidewalk and then they drive on the sidewalk. It's... God, this game is infuriating. It really is. There is a lot of walking traffic, however. Unfortunately, my attempt... Maybe I should put bike lanes on... Well, I can't. There is no such thing. Oh, there is, actually. Nope, that's grass. See? Like, why not just... If it were me, the way I would have done this road thing was there would be a basic road. Just a basic road. And then... You know, when you selected this, there would be options. What do you want to add to it? Bike lanes? Trees? Do you want to add a turn lane to it? Do you want to, you know, like, just make the options there instead of having a dozen different road types, and then your road types aren't all the same. You know, why only 3 options for your one-ways for just vehicles, not including the tram and the trolleys? You know, why not include the bike lanes and all the other things? I realize these ones I'm pretty sure are from a mod, so like I can't blame that. But you know, like, why make bike lanes here and not bike lanes on a one-way? Just, oh my god, it's upsetting. It's really upsetting. I don't know if that's coming through clear enough, but I'm really just tired of it. I'm tired of fighting stupid shit like this. Why is it flooding? I don't see any flooding. But it says it is because the water gets to a certain height level on the map. I want to move this building because it just doesn't fit. I might even just get rid of it, to be honest. It's too tall. we're having crime here for some reason because I guess the damn police station can't get there now? The garbage trucks can't get there now? Oh god, this is all fucked. Alright. Well, I may just have to decide on something else with this again entirely. I don't know. I'm so tired of fighting this. I really am. I had some pretty big ideas for this, you know, things that I'd like to do. I've gotten away from the Monopoly theme completely. I mean, I'm just using the names and all, but you know, maybe I'd just be better off either restarting it or just completely doing a new series, just ending this one here. I guess let me know in the comments. Looking at it now, looking at some of the block types that I've done, I kind of like the look of this. You know, these big double blocks that have something in the middle of them. It looks and I think works a lot better than just doing your standard road layout. I mean, I could not imagine building a city, you know, using the standard stuff. Oh my god, where's the standard road? So, like, using the basic guidelines that come with the game. Gotta get far away, so here we go. You would do something not, well, okay, go the other way then. Like, that's standard block size. There's no way you could use that. And so having the double block is essential. And this rectangular block is realistic. If you actually look at maps of cities, there are many that do this. The rectangle works, generally with more properties than 4 or 5 buildings, but I think this is better. It gives you a lot more breathing space, gives you a lot more options for putting in other buildings. You know, all of these buildings will fit in one of these, so there's no problem there. So, I don't know, maybe doing a Monopoly themed game or map, just using this layout, and we burned down the park again? Fuck. Would help. I don't know. So the thing about not getting to the garbage here, you need trucks for that. I can use the helicopter police to get there. There is no helicopter garbage delivery, so that is an issue here. God, I don't know. I'm done touching this for now, though. The idea that I was ever going to expand this to be this big, you either have to play the game just sticking to a pattern, or just slap it down and build as you go. Like, I don't think that I can play this game being as anal retentive and you know, wanting to plan things and just setting up. I would rather set out the whole layout in roads first before starting putting things down than just, you know, get going. I don't think that's the way to play the game. It just doesn't work. I realize there are some things where, like, I've meant to do this later, but like this intersection needs to be here now because this is a problem. Maybe not all these cars are going down this way. Maybe it would be okay to set them up here and then they can go around here. The traffic is infuriating to figure out, and it was always going to be a problem. You know, what I've done, I realize is not great. You know, creating only a few contact points. I know this because of where I live. When you lower the number of choices for where vehicles can go, then you're going to create traffic problems. I'd hoped to alleviate that by creating the traffic flow. You know, when you don't have to stop, that tends to make this traffic go a little bit better. But unfortunately, because of the way the computer decides it wants to do things and you're about to run over an entire family of bicyclists, it screws everything up. It really screws everything up. Why do they only choose one lane, for example? You have multiple lanes. But the game decides that rather than choosing at the end which way they want to go, they're going to decide where they're going up at the front. Okay, now we've kind of cleared the backlog. Maybe this actually did work. It's not as bad as it was. Although now these guys are stopping. It's just, it's all screwed up. So maybe this wasn't the map to use. Having a gigantic highway through the center is probably the first problem with it, because it created this intersection here that I don't think I handled very well. I thought that it would flow. I thought that they would stick to the outer roads and whatnot, but they seem to just not do that at all. So I don't know. Let me know if you think I should just, because I think I'm done with the city. So let me know if you think that I should go ahead and just restart, or if you're done too, I guess. And I'll end this one here, and I'll see you next time.